Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has given us unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure or admire an old one. What will we find today? Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
When we read biblical stories, we usually see them from the perspective of only one character. In Genesis 22, where we have parked for a while, it's easy to just look at the story from Abraham's perspective. God called him to sacrifice his beloved son Isaac, and he's following through in complete obedience. But our parent hearts go out to him. This old man of about 125 years traveling for 3 days, knowing he's about to kill his son Isaac as a sacrifice. That's a heavy burden. But as we read of Abraham and his son climbing Mount Moriah together, carrying the wood, the fire, and the knife, we get a glimpse from Isaac's perspective in verses 7 and 8. But Isaac spoke to Abraham his father and said, "My father." And he said, "Here I am, my son." Then he said, "Look at the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for the burnt offering?" And Abraham said, "My son, God will provide for himself the lamb for the burnt offering." So the two of them went on together. At the beginning of this conversation, notice this is the second time Abraham says, "Here I am," not to God this time, but to his son. Abraham was available to God and available to Isaac. You can hear the love in "Here I am," just like we tell our children, "I'm here for you." How long do you think Isaac had been wondering about their lack of an animal to sacrifice? The whole trip? Or had it just occurred to him on the way up the mountain? And what do you think of Abraham's response? Keep in mind, he had not read the rest of the story in this chapter, so why did he say God will provide for himself the lamb? Was it something prophetic God gave him to say, or was it just something he hoped for? We don't know, but after he assured Isaac that God had everything under control, they went on together. Yes, this would be difficult, but they both trusted God and loved each other. That's what we have to do sometimes, whether with a child, a spouse, a friend, or even a parent. They have questions like, how could God do this? How could He allow this tragedy? Is He not strong enough? Or maybe He just doesn't care. We have to assure each other, God's got this. Maybe we don't understand what He's doing, but He's got this under control. And then we've got to go on together. That's why God gave us each other, to encourage each other. Who do you know who has questions and needs encouragement? We might not be able to answer all their questions or quell their doubts, but we can say, I don't know all the answers, but I do know God. I know He's all-powerful. He's in control. He loves us. He sees, He knows, and He cares. Then offer to walk alongside your friend. Continue together. Maybe you have questions or doubts today. I would encourage you to focus on the attributes of God, who He is, instead of the circumstances around you. Thank Him, even for the small things, and find a mature Christian friend who will help you walk through your time of trial together and will remind you, God's got this.
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. We'd love to hear the treasures God has given you through His Word. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you can find in the description below. Thank you for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.